Welcome to this review of the Divialet Phantom Gold Edition. Unlike some of the reviews I've seen online, I was not contacted by Devialet to get a free speaker that I can then review for all of you. So I can say I'm totally unbiased. I heard a lot of reviews about this speaker online, and I heard a lot about how good it was, that I decided to listen to it by myself. So I did what any of you can do. I headed out to the local Best Buy store to test the speaker for myself. Was I planning to spend $3,000 on a speaker? Yes, I was. I have $4,000 to spare on a home theater that I didn't purchase, and I said, well, maybe this is an alternative. And I had the money, I was willing to spend it. After listening to all these reviews, I said, I'll buy it, but this needs to blow my mind. So what happened after I went to the Best Buy store, I spent there, must have spent there about half an hour at least listening to this, listening with the demo music that they had. I paired my Bluetooth cell phone with it, and it is very impressive in how loud it gets and how much bass it has, but the sound was a little bit too high and too low with no mids. So no mids on a $3,000 speaker. If I'm spending $3,000, it better sound good. And it sounded all right. It didn't sound as good as people are saying online, but again, you can choose, you can listen to it on your own, on any Best Buy store that carries a speaker. What I did find interesting is that the speaker's shape turns out to be like a flashlight. If I was to describe the sound, imagine a flashlight, a beam of light going towards you, right? Because all the music is coming out from right here, and the bass on the sides, right? So it's like a beam of sound, right? So what happened was, at a low volume, the speaker sounded good, with no mids, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. But as I turned it up, then the high sound started to bother my ears. So I went to the speaker, got close to it, flipped it around a little bit, pointed this little circle away from me, went back, and the sound changed dramatically. I was now hearing a lot of bass and not a lot of highs. It sounded as if I had gone to the next room, as if I had put the speaker in a room and closed the door. It sounded terrible. Remember, this is a $3,000 speaker. So that's kind of weird. It is really, I want you to test this on your own. Go to a Best Buy store and test it. If you're standing in front of it at a high volume, you're going to hear the highs and it's going to bother you. Flip it and it sounds muffled. It's like a lot of bass. The highs go away. Not to mention the mids that are not even there. So what I concluded is that this $3,000 speaker, what you're buying is exclusivity. Is saying, I have a lot of money to spend $3,000 on a speaker that happens to be this weird, different shape. It's round, it's different. People don't see it as a speaker. They'll see like, hey, what's that? Oh, it's a speaker. Oh, wow, that's cool. I didn't know it was a speaker. But sound-wise, you're not paying $3,000 for performance. You're paying $3,000 for exclusivity. You're paying for the shape of it. You're paying for the 24 karat gold here that they decided to put. It's like buying a Louis Vuitton purse. $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, a lot of money, but it's just a purse. So it's the same thing with this speaker. You're paying a lot of money, but not because it performs well. So I was actually very shocked and disappointed because I went there ready to buy. And when I heard it, it's like, okay, what is the big deal about this speaker? It sounds terrible. A lot of highs and a lot of lows, no mids. The bass just overwhelms the highs and it's just not worth $3,000. You know how much I would say it's worth? Maybe at the most $700, $800 tops. So you're buying a luxury speaker that does not sound well, but you can say to all your friends, hey, guess what? I spent $3,000 on that speaker, and feel good about yourself. But sound-wise, you can buy much better speakers for much less price than that. Not to mention that it's not even portable, so you can't carry it anywhere, you gotta plug it in. So I will keep my $3,000 and I'll go somewhere else for another speaker that sounds better than that. And that's my honest, unbiased review